Have you ever felt full, but still somehow hungry? Not for food, exactly, but for something more, something that actually lasts? Well, today we're going to dig into this ancient idea about a kind of satisfaction that just doesn't run out. Let's get right into it.
We've all become what you might call professional snackers. And I'm not just talking about what's in the pantry. We're constantly reaching for these little bites of comfort, these little distractions to get us through the day, these quick fixes for a hunger that feels like it runs way, way deeper.
You know the feeling. Maybe it's a quick hit of affirmation. Yeah, checking for likes, getting that little dopamine rush from a positive comment online.
Or hey, maybe it's a little online shopping, that quick, brief thrill of just adding something new to the cart, right?
Or maybe, and let's be honest, it's just that endless, mindless scrolling. A little entertainment, a little news, just about anything to fill the quiet for a minute.
And what's the result of all that grazing? Well, we snack, and we snack, and we snack. And at the end of it all, we're left with that same old feeling, that familiar pang of hunger, that nagging sense that something important is still missing. That feeling right there, that's the deeper hunger we're talking about. So if all our usual fixes, all our little snacks aren't actually working, what is really going on? The sources we're looking at today have a fascinating idea. It's not a failure on our part, but a sign of a much deeper, spiritual kind of need. And this is where things get really interesting. What our sources call an upside-down blessing. It's a total twist. Instead of telling us our hunger is a problem we need to get rid of, Jesus says that this specific kind of hunger is actually blessed. It's not a problem to be solved, but the actual starting point for real, lasting satisfaction.
So here's the absolute crucial point. Feeling this deep, almost spiritual hunger doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. Not at all. In a world that's a little broken, it's a core part of being human. It's a sign that you're alive, that you haven't given up, that you're still searching for something real.
Now let's talk about this word, righteousness. It's easy to get tripped up on that one. It's not about achieving some kind of perfect moral high score. The hunger we're really feeling is for a relationship, a desire to have things set right between us and God, to be whole. It's a craving for deep spiritual connection.
So, faced with this incredibly deep hunger in all of us, Jesus makes a claim that is, let's just say it's outrageous. He doesn't offer a 5-step plan or a new self-help technique. No, he offers himself.
And listen to how he says it. He doesn't say, I have bread for you, or, hey, I can point you to the bread. He says, I am the bread. This is a complete game changer. He's saying the ultimate satisfaction we're all looking for isn't a thing at all. It's a person.
And this lays out the difference so clearly. The world tells us to stack up more experiences, more stuff, more achievements to feel full. But Jesus offers something totally different. Satisfaction doesn't come from getting more things, but from receiving a person. It's a shift from settling for temporary gifts to receiving the giver himself.
And you have to understand, this isn't meant to be hard or confusing. It's meant to be incredibly kind. In the original story, the crowd just wanted more of that miracle bread, the temporary fix. But Jesus refuses because he wants to give them something so much better. He simply refuses to let us settle for temporary gifts when the giver is right there, offering himself.
So this whole idea of bread gets even bigger when we look at that famous prayer Jesus taught his followers. Let's see how this connects. You know that line, "Give us this day our daily bread"? It turns out when we pray that, we're asking for something way more comprehensive than just our next meal. It touches literally every part of our lives.
Just look at this list, which comes from Luther's Catechism. This is wild. Daily bread includes things like good government, peace in our neighborhoods, our health, faithful friends and family. It's the whole web of things, seen and unseen, that supports and sustains our life every single day. It's everything we need, body and soul.
Okay, so this is all really powerful stuff, but how do we actually apply it? How do we take this constant nagging hunger and turn it from a problem into a pathway toward real satisfaction? Well, the source material gives us a super simple, practical way to do just that.
So the starting point is just accepting that the hunger is going to come. That's a given. The real choice, the real power we have, is deciding what we do with it. Do we take it to the same old snacks that leave us empty, or do we take it to the one who promises to be the bread that actually lasts?
Here it is, a really simple 3-step practice. First,
The next time you feel that pull toward a distraction, that urge to snack, just pause, just for a second. Second, in that pause, say a simple prayer, Jesus, be my bread. And third, take one small, concrete step in His direction.
And that small step, it doesn't have to be some huge monumental thing. It could be as simple as reading a single psalm, or making that phone call to a friend you need to reconcile with. Maybe it's just being honest about a mistake, or doing a quiet, unnoticed act of love for someone. The whole point is to let your hunger become a path, not just another dead end.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this question to think about. What's the snack you find yourself reaching for most often? And what might actually change? What could be different if, in that very moment, instead of reaching out for that, you reached up and asked for the bread that truly satisfies?